listening to Opinions and Beer.
Stone Cold Steve Austin knows that the Opinions and Beer podcast exists in this world.
My sex act, crazy bike.
No, bro, I can't drop out of the scene for 14 months and show up as a co-host. I'm a
Donkey show right in the middle of the...
And they always say to review IPAs last. The bitterness can destroy your palate for other beers. And opinions and beer. Two guys and another guy. Will never happen again. My co-host went for a smoke. So he'll be here in a...
Yeah, he's probably like, well, if it's anything like yesterday, we'll be waiting for an hour.
That's exactly what he said.
No, we didn't.
No, that's what he said. He walked. He said, I'm going to go take a smoke break. So,
what's up, man?
Already exposed.
Not much.
He's like, so this is the asshole.
Yeah, wait, yeah, this is the asshole. I'm the asshole of beer opinion.
No. I was like, he's probably, I called it. I was like, he probably took off because like, well, if it's a repeat of yesterday, then I got some time to go do some chores and some errands.
Some chores and some errands.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to go to the store real quick, you know?
Yeah. I had to wash some clothes.
Yeah.
I had to wash some clothes. But yeah, man, it's Jon Heder. We got Jon Heder on the show, everybody. Fun stuff. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing well.
Man, you're an awesome guy. You're a fun guy. It's crazy that we got you on. I've been trying my best to get you on. As you I try to find like Greasy Entertainment contact, all kinds of stuff. Just who's calling me? All kinds of things, just trying to find a way to get you on, even if it was just to stare at you. If I had no questions, blankly stare at you for 30 minutes.
That'd be an interesting podcast right there. Just the two of us.
We don't talk on this podcast. We just stare at each other.
Yeah, we just stare and drink beer.
Which is even weirder because it's like, am I staring at your picture or at the camera?
Exactly. I've kind of been like, do I stare at us or him or us or him? No.
I guess that's why you're wearing the sunglasses so that nobody knows that you're actually looking at the screen. When you look like you're looking at me.
Exactly.
I see you seeing me. I see you seeing me looking at you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah, man, you've been on a lot of stuff. You've been in so many movies, from paranormal, meth heads to figure skating with Will Ferrell.
Oh, dude, I forgot about that one.
Huh?
No offense, but yeah, dude, Blaze of Glory.
I'm glad that's the one you forgot about and not the paranormal meth heads. Which I don't think you'd have to see first in order to forget, and I don't think it makes sense, but,
I've seen a good
no, I've seen it. It's just like I don't know why I forgot about Blaze of Glory. I forget about the past.
No, he said you have to have seen the meth head one.
Yeah, I have seen that one, and I didn't forget
the
about
meth head
that
one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That and then I think the most recent one I watched was Jeff Saves the World. That was fun. That was a good movie.
Yeah, thanks.
See, well, let's talk about that one. I've never heard of that one or anything. What's it about?
I was waiting for you. He looked at me.
He's like, "Oh, it's your movie." I thought
Well, I was curious if maybe we do all the the marketing, and so we're sick of saying the same thing.
Sick of marketing. Like you market the movie. Okay. He's tired of it.
It's this guy. He runs a bowling alley, or is a manager of a bowling alley, or something. He's a lead manager of the bowling alley, and they're about to close it down. He does not want it to be closed down because it's a big part of his life, and he tries to hold this big new event to get the money to keep it open, and
shenanigans
ensure.
Yeah. It's kind of the plot of a classic kids 80s movie where, they're tearing down something that everybody cares about. And so they got to try to save the farm, save the building, save the good. It's just Goonies, but without pirates, treasure, action, romance. No, there's a little bit.
Or any of the things that brings you to the theater.
That made it cool. No, it was a good movie. I was very, very pleased with it. But yeah. Good job. Well done.
Yeah. I'm gonna look into that in the future.
You do a lot of fun stuff. You even keep the Aquabats relevant.
Or maybe the Aquabats keep me relevant.
Oh man,
Turn that around.
So.
I think they've done more stuff recently. Yeah.
Hey homies, I love popping a wheelie. So I just
Yeah.
So I used to, Aquabats used to be, I used to have at least 3 songs always on a playlist, and I need to get back into that. I was watching I think I just now seen the music video you were in where you played Dwayne Johnson.
What the
Yes. Yeah. That was the Aquabats. That was the Aquabats little, they kind of they came back because they had their TV show, but then, that got canceled or whatever. And then they came and did like a YouTube series. So it was like more of the same thing, but it was short episodes. So it was actually a ton of fun because, I got to play some guy called Dwayne Johnson. Yeah. Which it was just a nod. And he's the invisible man, but he's like not invisible.
And they're like, "Ugh, his nips."
Check out those nips. Those aren't rock nips.
Yeah, those aren't the Rock's nips.
The Rock has better nips than that.
So this is Opinions and Beer. We are drinking Tiger's Blood. Tiger Blood struggles. It's kind of like Liger Blood.
I was just gonna say, I don't know if that was on purpose.
It was.
I'll shamefully throw it in and say, "Oh, it's like Liger's blood."
Like he knew. It was too easy. That's what it is.
Bound to give you strength through darkest times.
Yeah, we try to find beers that we can somehow, even if it's vaguely, tie into the guest.
The one in your background says "StruggleTart."
Yes, this beer is brewed by Struggle Street Brewing Company, and they're in their version of Berliner Weisses or sours, or they call them StruggleTarts. That's like
That's supposed to be like a play on sweet tart, I think, because it looks like
it's like drinking a sweet tart.
Is
man.
it a tart?
Strawberry.
It's like a sour. It's a Berliner Weiss.
It is like drinking a strawberry watermelon soda.
Coconut. Watermelon coconut
with a dab of coconut. This is the most unbeer flavored beer out there.
That sounds like a gross mix, but
it's like beer for children.
Do you guys get sponsored by these guys at all, or no?
Nah.
No.
Okay, so we can rag on it all we want.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He watches the show. I think the guy he shares our show, so I'm not gonna rag on him too bad.
Yeah, we can't rag.
Yeah, let's not rag him too much. Hey, it's cool packaging.
Sours all day. He'll be like, "We're reviewing a sour." I just fucking sigh, like, God, just a candy flavored beer. I just want a beer flavored beer, man.
Yeah, they got real popular within the last 2 years. Like sours have really blown up, and they're trying all kinds of different things with marshmallows and
peanut butter and jelly and
peanut butter jelly. Oh. No, yeah, PB&J sour. Yeah, that was good. Are you now? You would make 3 out of 27. Are you into craft beer?
I don't know if I don't drink, so
okay.
I like looking at them sometimes, and
they got cool cans and bottles and stuff, man.
I was like, if I got into drinking, would I be into wine or beer? I don't know.
And they make very whiny beers. They have like lambic
whiny beers. That just sounds like beer for lamewads.
Yeah, I guess so.
Also, like that made me think about how, like, if you get like a really strong beer, like once upon a time we were trying like these 21% alcohol beers and 25% alcohol beers, and they've been like, they were so old they'd lost their carbonation, but they're still good to drink. They're like not so old that you shouldn't drink them. But it was like drinking beer wine, man, and that's what that made me think of.
Beer wine. It's like cheer wine, but with beer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, don't feel too bad if you don't like craft beer. Like we ironically get a lot of people that don't drink at all. We have recovering alcoholics on the show, so it's just one of those.
Doing a great job too.
Just one of that.
You guys are no. You got it wrong. You're covering alcoholics, not recovering. Just covering. You're covering.
Don't worry, we'll cover it up, bro. We'll cover it up. Right. We'll just edit out the parts where you drink.
So obviously, Mr. Jon Heder, you are in one of the biggest films ever, instant cult classic, if you didn't know, Napoleon Dynamite. And recently you came on, you teased it a little bit. on the interweb, or someone teased it. Someone on the interweb teased that you may or may not be working on Napoleon Dynamite 2.
Oh, I didn't tease that.
Oh, you didn't?
No, that wasn't me. No, we're not working on a part 2.
Not at all. Nothing?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
And I do believe he'd be aware of it if it was going down, you know?
I feel like I probably would.
Yeah.
Any conversations at all?
There's always been conversation, but sometimes those conversations are just with myself.
Okay.
Just
Or
like,
just
oh,
shooting shit
what
with
if?
somebody.
I think, but there has, I think the word is out that, to the director, Jared Hess, who wrote and directed it. I think he knows that we'd be up for it. And when I say we, it's like me and the rest of the cast.
Yeah.
So, we put it out there, but it's kind of in his hands. So
I know. I'm trying to get his contact. I'll talk him into it.
Well, with as much time has gone by, would it be that classic, like, years have gone by and this is where they are
No,
now?
that'd be fun. I think. And in fact,
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that'd be great.
we do from here to there, we do a little pitch segment. I'm going to go ahead and pitch Napoleon Dynamite 2.
All right.
Little synopsis.
Okay.
I want Napoleon Dynamite 2 to be the cast of Napoleon Dynamite, and they are found by the writer who's the Flight of Conchords dude from the other Jared Hess movie. What's that?
Oh, Jermaine Clement.
Yeah, Jermaine Clement. I want him. He comes in and he's trying to shoot a movie, and he has the Napoleon Dynamite crew shooting a movie for based off the book he's trying to steal.
And are they just crew members, pulling stop lighting?
I think it's going to be kind of more of a major side plot, and maybe not the main focus, but I think it's going to be a big fun stuff having you guys interact with that kind of eccentric, insulting character.
Oh, and it's the same character.
Yes, I want it to be
so it's like a shared universe.
Yeah,
combination.
And everyone's digging that these days, so that would totally work.
Oh, I think Jared Hess, he films all his movies in a style in a tone that are very similar. I think it would be fun to do a shared universe with.
That would be interesting. A shared universe of his other things. Would you have Nacho Libre? He did.
Yes.
Oh,
so
God,
you have him come into it as well.
And just randomly too,
and maybe
no build up. Just
look at that.
Jack
Look,
Black walks up.
I think Jermaine Clement's character comes in and he wants to shoot a documentary on something about immigration or the roots. And so Napoleon takes Pedro and they want to go to Mexico to find his roots. And they go down to Mexico and they run into Nacho.
Yes.
And so, yeah, that's already 3 of his movies.
Oh my God, this movie needs to be made.
We did it. Jared, get your ass on this. But so now you are this next question may have already been answered in a sense, but you are very well known for Napoleon Dynamite. Does that get tiresome at times?
I don't know about tiresome. I think if it would, if I was, I don't know. It's not like, you're doing interviews every day and you're running to unknowns every day. And if you are, it's like, I don't know. I think it would get tiresome if I hated it. If I hated Napoleon, but the world, the movie, it's so personal to me, and I love it. I love the movie, and I think if I just didn't, if it was just another paid gig that I was like, all right, I'll do this. This is stupid, then that would get annoying.
Oh, yeah.
But I think I like the movie so much that it's cool. Hearing people yeah, dude, we're into it. That's rad.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun that you've created such an iconic character, and now you're cemented. No matter what you do, you'll always be cemented as this iconic Napoleon Dynamite character, and your legacy will live on forever.
Yes. They made a bronze statue of Napoleon.
Yes.
So
What?
much so
You didn't know
it's
that?
on the Fox lot. So if everything goes down and the apocalypse happens, at least our alien overlords will know who represented Earth when they statues left behind.
So after Napoleon Dynamite, you do quite a bunch of stuff. You do bench warmers with the Adam Sandler crew. You're doing Blades of Glory. You're doing feel like there's a third. There was a third big one you really did. I say it's a big one. A School for Scoundrels. I think School for Scoundrels was a big because working with Billy Bob Thornton. Anyone, and so but you do a lot of indie movies, really. You know, like Movie McAllister. Really enjoyed that movie. And then all some of these like the Ghost one and Saving the World. So did you turn down the Illuminati? Is that what happened? Or do you just enjoy doing the indie? Or do you just
the Hollywood Audi?
Yeah,
Hollywood Audi.
No, yeah, I enjoy doing whatever. I mean, obviously, like there's so much joy I get from doing the independent films because I don't want to say that there's less pressure, but there is like, it's coming from a place. Most indie filmmakers they're doing their thing because they are passionate about it, and it's not just a for hire kind of job. They're there because they either wrote it, and they just truly believe in the project. And you got most of the rest of the crew, and most indie films, they're not getting paid a lot, so they're doing it because they want to. Yeah. And normally you're kind of, stuck in a place with the rest of the crew and cast for an extended period of time. So it's like a summer camp whenever you do indie films. When you do like feature film, like big studio films, even if you're off, like I just shot one last year. Ooh, I think we're going to talk about it. But last year I shot one in Thailand, and it was a studio film, but kind of a studio indie, but yet that had the vibe, and yet you're still not hanging out with the entire crew because it's just a much bigger crew and it's not as intimate,
Not as tight. Yeah,
I understand that. So you brought it up. The big reason why you're on here is because Tremors 8 is coming out real soon.
Tremors 7.
Oh my God!
I was like, man, wasn't
I wrote
7?
down 8, didn't I? Tremors
I'm pretty
7.
sure it's 7. I could be wrong. No, it's Tremors 7. It's Tremors
bro,
7.
just talking about 7.
You know what it is? I forget. I write off 4. I think 4 is like, oh, it's a prequel, and then this is 8. So I feel like there's a missing, or maybe it's a TV series. I think the TV series is a song.
Wait, if you write off 4, then this would be Tremors 6.
You're right. I don't know what I'm doing.
Dude, like, bro, we're waiting over here.
No. I'm actually quite.
Maybe if you're adding in the prequel and the TV show, then this would be like the 8th installment of a Tremors in the Tremors universe.
There we go.
Yeah, I think that's what he's thinking.
I was mostly right. But so Tremors 7 coming out. You're the co-lead. Was that always the plan as you as the co, or was Jamie Kennedy backing out of the show? Did that kind of move you along with the script?
I don't know. All I know really is, they Universal just came, and it's like the powers that be just offered it to me.
Oh, that's
pretty
cool.
much it. I got the script and like, hey, do you want to be in it? I hadn't seen the other ones. I'd seen the first one. But so I was familiar with, Tremors. Yeah. The big graboid creatures.
Yeah.
So I read the script and I dug it. I thought it was a lot of fun. And I was like, dude, shooting all this stuff in Thailand. Heck yes. So yeah, that's kind of like, I don't know exactly what happened with Jamie Kennedy. I don't know if he was, signed on for the next movie, but,
well, a lot of I went and joined a lot of the Tremors groups or whatever to stir up them, but
stir them up.
To stir them up. But a lot of people they kind of felt like Jamie Kennedy was kind of being put in as the he was made as the son of Burt Gummer within the franchise, and they felt like he was kind of even built up to kind of take the franchise over or whatever. Should that ever be needed? So yeah, Tremors 8, you and Jamie Kennedy, is that a thing?
7.
No, Tremors 8, next one.
Yeah, okay, I was like, you're messing up again, bro.
I don't know. I mean, he wasn't in this one, so I don't know if they're if he was taking a break. I I don't know if I can say spoilers. They have like one line in it that kind of explains why he's not in it, and I won't give that away.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know if the script was written for me to be his son, because it was like when I read it, he's not his son.
Yeah.
I just play the scientist who has no relation to him. So I don't know if that was a last second script change or if that was always the case.
Yeah.
Maybe he was going to be the romantic lead to my character, and they just thought, no, it's too progressive. Let's just.
The world's not ready.
Too progressive. Anytime in the film, do you say things like, "These graboids freaking suck. No, eat the food, you graboid. Eat the food.
I am the food. Eat me.
Eat me. God, shriekers freaking suck.
Shriekers are the worst. Worst animal of all time.
So how was it working with Michael Gross? Michael Gross, I mean, Family Ties, Tremors. He's a big name, man. He's a big name. He's kept this franchise alive. Was it fun working alongside him?
I loved it. It was great. I was like, we first met when we got on the plane to Thailand. So, I mean, I knew he was involved. I knew when I got the script, I was like, okay, so this is going to have Michael Gross, right? And, you're reading the script and he doesn't get introduced for like the first, I mean, maybe even 20 pages, maybe less. But I was like, okay, there he is. Yeah, and he's there in all his glory. But, Michael Gross is he's so opposite from Burt Gummer. I mean, he is kind of a no-nonsense type of guy, but, he's so eco-friendly and wants to save the planet and wants to hug every tree. And he's just like, and again, when I met him, he had a big old beard, like a big shaggy beard and long hair. That was bizarre, like to see him like with all this hair and like, and so it was really cool to see, meet him. He was just and he was dressed in all this kind of loose fitting kind of, not khaki, but it felt like some guy going on a vacation to, this was October. This was about a year ago, November, almost a year ago. And it looked like he was going on safari, and it was just kind of like loose fitting clothes. And it was just kind of, and his beard was very white. So he looked like a skinny Santa Claus.
So he legitimately grew all that out for the movie.
Yeah. And so at first I wasn't even sure it was him because I'm so used to seeing like Burt Gummer has nothing. He's bald. He has no hair. He has that mustache. And this guy was like, and I was like, he's probably going to be on this plane somewhere. There he is. And he was just the sweetest guy. And we had a blast.
What are some of your best times on set while filming?
This is honestly one of the best filming experiences I've ever had, which is weird to say because I was like, it's part of like the sub studio space where it's Universal Pictures property, but they, these are all their straight to DVD kind of franchises that they have. They just put it on, they make these movies, they go straight to DVD or digital or whatever. So, it was a fixed, it's a smaller budget than their typical studio proper films. So I was like, I remember thinking, okay, this is going to be crazy. We've got like 25, 30 days maybe to shoot, like 4 weeks essentially to shoot a special effects action film with all this stuff in Thailand. I was like, this is crazy. I was like, yeah, this is what they got to do. But this director who's like a powerhouse who does like 50 films a year and does all these kind of things. I was like, yeah, you just kind of get on set and you do your thing the best you can, and he'll put in his 2 cents every now and then, but it's like shot after shot. They work fast. So I was a little worried going in and like, is this going to be like, is the crew just going to be stressed and bad? I mean, it was such a fun experience. It was so different. Number one, it was Thailand. Thailand was just, I mean, it's amazing place. It's always perfect weather there. And so it was just gorgeous. We're shooting, just the locations. We were like on the boats in crystal clear water, out in these islands. We're in the jungle. They built, everything was on set. We didn't shoot anything on sound stages. There's one scene in a cave just because they had to like use a flamethrower, so they had to build like a quick cave set.
Yeah.
But most of the cave you see in the film is actually all real cave. It's just first shot of the flamethrower. So everything's on location. We're in real caves, real jungles, real everything. And it was and the crew is incredible. They were all mostly Thai, so language was interesting. But they were the nicest people. The Thai people were the nicest people. So but answer your question, what's my favorite? I mean, the cast was great. The food was amazing. And I think just really it was just showing up on set every day. And it's just like, I can't believe we're here. It's like jungle paradise. I'm just gorgeous. You're right on a beach. And I just got the new iPhone 11 Pro. I had just gotten it. So I was going crazy with like, oh my gosh, this takes the best pictures. And all these sunsets every day were just insane. And it was like, I can't believe this is like my job. I'm working on a tropical island, essentially.
You're on the clock right there and all that.
Yeah, one day we might go to Florida.
One day, if we save up enough.
With our iPhone 6s, it sucks.
We have the first Samsung Galaxy. What are you talking about?
There you go.
We have Galaxy One.
Galaxy One, man.
I'm just happy to have
It can shoot 30 megapixels.
Oh man!
Now, where does Tremors 7 take place?
He just said.
Well, now does it take place
Well,
in
we
Thailand?
shot it in Thailand. Actually, it takes place. I don't know if they say in the movie, but it's apparently the Solomon Islands.
Oh yeah.
It's like close to
different,
like Papua New Guinea or something.
Yeah, somewhere around there. I think it's not the same area as Thailand, but I mean, it's kind of tropical island.
Yeah, it's movies. I mean, they filmed in Africa for the last movie and said it was Canada. So I don't know.
I think they shot the last. No, I think they shot the last two films before in South Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like either Canada. I think one took place in South Africa, and then the next year, I think they're like, it was so easy to shoot there. Let's just shoot there, and color correct everything and make it look like cold Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, that's gonna be a challenge.
What is it? That's just so crazy. I think it's cool. It's kind of cool that they moved away. I know a lot of fans, a lot of like the what are they called? Like what would you call someone that likes things a certain way? Like very typical. I don't know. A lot of fans that are kind of they get kind of upset that they move away from Perfection Valley. It's like this should all take place there, and whatnot. They. So
I want to ask you because it sounds like you said you've been shaking the hornet's nest and getting into all these like hardcore Tremor fan groups and stuff. I mean, is the general vibe like they're not excited for it?
No, they're excited for it. They're always excited for a new Tremors movie, and but they just so far they really hate 6. They kind of hate 5, and then 4's okay. They say 2's the best, 3's passable, and then
2's better than 1, huh?
That's what they say. You know what? I watched. Just to refresh my memory, I was looking at all these rankings that people were doing. I'm like, I'm going to watch every movie back to back and make a solid ranking of what I thought they are back to back. And I think so I ranked 2 at the bottom.
Now, wait, real fast. Did you do this in preparation for this, or are you just a Tremors fan?
It was a mix. I am a Tremors fan. I weirdly am more of a fan of the TV series. I think the TV series is probably my favorite.
I thought, how many episodes did it run?
It was like 12 something, 15.
Oh wow. So you're a fan of the series. And that came out a couple of years ago or more?
The series was 2004, I believe.
Oh wow. Jeez.
Yeah. The series came out right after 3. And then the last 2 episodes, Burt Gummer wasn't in because he was shooting 4. And then,
okay.
And but I was a big fan of the series. A lot of Farscape. I don't know if you remember Farscape. A lot of Farscape fans at the time they basically tried their best to get it canceled because they were mad that Tremors took Farscape's time slot
Oh my gosh, just the time slot.
Yeah,
I
they
love
were
that.
mad.
Time slot.
Well, I think they ultimately removed Farscape. That was the thing. They Farscape left, and they blamed it on Tremors. Taking the spot.
Yeah.
However, the first Tremors episode, night 1, is still the #1 most watched night in sci-fi history. So I think that's in the Sci-Fi Channel's history.
Okay.
So
All right,
that's
I'll check that out.
that's an
All
interesting
right, so
thing.
let's hear your ranking.
My ranking. So I rank Tremors, the first one, as #1. I think that it was shot really well. I think it was a great monster movie, and I thought the performances were really well done. At number two, I put 5, which made a lot of people mad.
Huh.
I put 5 there because I liked a lot of the reimaginings of the graboids and the ass blasters. I'm glad they left. I'm glad they left Shriekers out until now, because pre-5, the Shriekers were probably my least favorite design. The monster design, did not like the monster design. I felt a lot of shots were cheesy during the daylight. They were better of night creatures. 5. I also like Jamie Kennedy, even though I didn't really like Jamie Kennedy and Michael Gross's what's it called? Chemistry. I didn't like the chemistry. I don't know what it was, but I felt like they did better by themselves, but together they just did not mix well. I don't know what it was with them. But and then I put 3, but that's because of my connection with the TV series, and 3 and the TV series are very similar, and so I have like a weird spot for 3. And so 3 is 3, and then 4, and then 6, and then I put Tremors 2 as the worst, because
Whoa.
and it pissed everybody off. But it has Fred Ward. I know, but the second half of that movie is garbage. The first, it has a lot of. See, they're like, but he says all these things. Like, yeah, he says some good lines, but the movie is no good. It's like their budget was pulled and they saved it all for the big explosion at the end. The Shriekers go bad. There's a whole scene with. The scene that did it for me.
Wait, so the Shriekers are introduced in the second movie?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and they look good. They look good in the beginning. They get introduced at night. They attack after.
Is that the ones that can walk?
Yes.
Yeah.
They attack Burt Gummer's truck, and then it's all cool. But then, like, the next time you see them, they look so bad. I don't know if it was just like.
I think I recall.
I don't know if the CGI.
But this was Tremors 2 was before CG effects.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking maybe just the CG they used when they moved, because they still had practical for some shots.
But you're saying that they did use some CG effects?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. And I think
that's gonna hurt it.
I think looking at it from now's perspective, it did hurt it for me. And then there was just like there's like weird scenes. They just filmed weird scenes where like this guy he's like in a window talking to this girl. Hey, how you doing? And he goes, ah! It was really horrible. I was like, from that moment on, there was just like bad acting. There was just bad acting. And besides Burt Gummer's character, I felt like everybody kind of like just started phoning it in the second half. But also that movie has some production issue, like internal production issues. Cause I think Kevin Bacon was supposed to come back. And then halfway through shooting, they were like, oh, I guess he's not coming in. So
we're waiting to shoot his stuff.
And so that's what it is. So a lot of people got mad at me because I ranked the second movie as the worst, and they all think it's the best movie ever. So
that's awesome. Now I got to see it. I'm curious where this one's going to land for you. Number 7.
Yes.
and I'll just check it out after we finish this, because then you don't have to come straight to my face and say 7 is rank 7.
No. I've heard no. I think 7 is going to be good. I really like. If you liked 5 and 6, it's the same director. I liked 5.
So, you what?
I liked 5. I ranked 6 just a little above 2.
That's right. Okay.
I thought.
So you like 5.
My main thing.
So now I can't tell what you're gonna like.
I know. My main thing with 6, and it's kind of a weird thing, but I don't know who's writing the series or who's like. I feel like they're just not as good at at following the story, like are connecting everything and making everything like the previous films match up and whatnot. Like things they say didn't match up with like things that happened in 6 weren't matching up with certain dialogue that happened in 5 and whatnot, things like that. Where I feel like the original creative team really took this as like, this is their baby. This is what, I mean, after Wild Wild West fails, you got to do something. So, so I really think they took this as their baby and they made sure every line meant something. Every character, has a story arc. And I feel I kind of have it's like kind of a weird thing where I feel like the new creators, and they made, whatever. The new creators just do not have the same passion because it's not their baby. They're taking over someone else's stuff, and I feel like they don't have the same passion to continue the story in the way that it's supposed to be continued. And we'll see.
Well, I will say Don Scardino, who not Scardino. Oh my gosh, Don Michael Paul. There's 2 Dons I've worked with in the past. Don Michael Paul, who helped kind of like co-write the last couple ones. So at least they got someone to be, instead of a different director, different writer, every single one. So he's really, I haven't really seen the last ones. I've only seen the first one.
Okay.
And, but I was very happy, at least script wise. I haven't seen the movie yet, but script wise, I thought it was a lot of fun because without having seen a lot of the old stuff, they bring back a lot of things and ideas. So hopefully that has a little bit of that connectivity that you're wishing for.
Continuity.
It was just weird. I don't know. There's just like, it's hard to explain, I guess. It's just, I'm not a diehard Tremors fan. Like some of these people will, they have Tremors tattoos and fucking whatever. But I feel like, I feel like I definitely can appreciate what the original creators were doing. And it's just like there's just some kind of something is missing within that magic, and I don't know if it's just within the writing. I feel like visually the new Tremors look amazing. There's a lot of good scenes, a lot of fun lines from Michael Gross, but that's why I said I ranked 5 really high. But I feel like just 6 just wasn't that good, and hopefully 7 is amazing though, and I'm hearing good things about it. Apparently it's leaked online, and so a lot of people have seen it, and I'm hearing that it's really good. A lot of people are upset about some of the ending things that I will not spoil, but other than that, everyone's saying pretty positive things about the movie so far.
And I gotta say, like hearing that you're in it kind of resparks my interest. And like I ain't seen Tremors since Tremors 2, and I didn't even know Jamie Kennedy was in it. But I'm not a huge Jamie Kennedy fan.
Why not?
We'll get to that later. But anyways, but I am a huge fan of you, and to hear that you're in it is just like, you know what? I will check that out.
Oh, cool. Yeah. No, I and that was the main thing that drew me to was like, I liked the kind of refreshing it and putting it in the jungle, because it felt, reading the script, I was like, this is like Jurassic Park meets Predator in a much kind of smaller level.
Yeah,
but
I'm really sold.
And I think they cut it out, so I can tell you right now, because I think they had to cut out a lot of lines. I don't know if it was just timing. There's so much that they shoot that they just have to cut out. But my character's always obsessed with like Predator and so Arnold Schwarzenegger. So he's always dropping Predator references because he's like, this is a jungle, something's hunting us. So he's
God, and you're saying all those lines got cut out? Like he made.
I think a lot of that stuff got cut. I'm not sure if all of it did, but that's the one thing as an actor, not being being somewhat of the comic relief. I'm just trying to throw in anything that I can, knowing that they're going to be trimming.
Yeah, so you just spitball and whatever they keep. And
and so much is just keep that story moving. And so, while you're giving dialogue that's pushing the story along, you're trying to throw in stuff. But so often in comedies, people will throw in, ad lib stuff at the beginning, at the ending of lines and at the ending of scenes just to throw something. And so much of that is getting cut because they just have to move on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm not that really funny, it's because they cut all my stuff.
Cut all my stuff. Some people were saying they felt like you could have been in some more scenes a little bit more. I think they felt like you were underused a tiny bit. But
leave them wanting more. That's what.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Fucking Tremors 8, bro.
Tremors 8. Woo! You never know. So yeah, Tremors comes out October 20th. That is literally
Like
if it's
not too
if
far
you
from
are
now.
if you are watching this, listening to it on your Apple Podcast or whatever, Spotify, Pandora Radio, wherever you listen to your podcast, if you're listening to this right now and it's October 20th, 2020, and or past, go watch Tremors 7. It's gonna be fun stuff. We got a few more random questions to talk to you about. We had some people send in some questions that we could ask you, and here's a random one. If you could be the lead in a band biopic, so I guess like a group band biopic, which would it be? Creed or Nickelback?
Oh gosh. They had to give me a choice. Oh, probably Creed.
Probably
I don't know if they're serious. That's like sounds like a. But I think it'd be awesome because that guy, I think the Creed leads Scott Stapp, right? No, Stapp. Am I thinking
No.
Scott Stapp, right?
Is that the lead singer of Creed?
Oh, dude, don't make me lie to you. I couldn't tell you.
I don't know. I should know his name because I think I just seen
I
him
think
doing a
it's Scott
solo
Stapp,
tour.
something like that. Anyway, he's gotten so. I mean, Creed is almost known like he's gotten so much flack for like just their crappiness and so much, crud in the back. So that might be an interesting. I don't want to play it when they're popular. Play it when he's kind of having
Didn't he
to
have a
deal
mental
with all
breakdown
the hate and all the cruddiness, and that might be an interesting take. And yet I still get to do some sweet imitations, get some long hair, like,
Heck yeah.
can you take me?
I can see it now. Napoleon Dynamite plays Creed.
People are like, what? The biopic no one ever asked for.
Hey, it would get
Now
you an Oscar.
playing.
Now,
It would get you an
That's
Oscar.
how you do it.
comical choices like that. If you could do a biopic of a band, no choice selects. Like, what would it be like if you could have your own choice?
Oh man. When I was in college, everybody said I looked like Tom Petty. I don't know. That would be interesting.
You're like, I don't know if I still do, but
Yeah. I mean, Tom Petty's sweet. And,
Tom
and
Petty's
he's
awesome.
had a bit of I don't know what his life is like. So I don't know if,
It's like turns out that might be a boring story if everything was just chill for him. I
yeah,
don't know what his
everything's
life
just
was
chill.
like
Like, yeah.
either.
I just didn't.
Let's get to the point.
Let's roll another. I'm sorry, I was thinking about something else.
What? Oh, you're just speaking in song.
Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Tom Petty might have been fun, or if they did a biopic of the Hanson brothers.
Oh my god!
Bop,
I can't even like
bop.
I don't even know what that chorus is. It's like bop, question mark, question mark, question
Question
mark.
mark. I think it'd be
Oh my
hilarious.
gosh.
I think it'd
Would
be
you
hilarious
as one
to
of the
do a
Hanson
biopic.
brothers, like the oldest one or some shit, I guess.
No, I think you pick a boy band, do a biopic of a boy band, and play one of the members.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
So it's
in
an
sync. You're
ensemble
Justin
piece.
Timberlake.
Yeah, like yes, I would play
you're like,
Justin
yes.
Timberlake, like the sexy one,
Yeah,
And- but you get like a bunch of other comedians playing all the other roles,
yeah.
and you play it totally seriously, but like
Like you and the Adam Sandler.
also
crew,
make it
you
a
know?
comedy. I don't
This
know.
summer.
98 degrees is bad.
90. Oh, dude, I forget about them sometimes. Or like
Yeah.
this summer, Napoleon Dynamite
Dude,
is Justin
A
Timberlake.
biopic about is it 98? Wait, what was Justin Timberlake? It was 98 degrees, right?
No, in sync.
In sync versus Backstreet Boys, and do like
That would be
big-
NSYNC v Backstreet Boys. Like
yeah, that's what the
Batman v
movie's
Superman.
called. You have a big cast of all the guys in both bands, and it's a quasi biopic / like action film because you do half truth, you kind of show their rise to fame, but then the second half of the movie is them literally battling each other.
Directed by Vin Diesel.
Oh my god.
But who would he play? Because he would just put himself in.
Oh
every
yeah, he
character.
couldn't direct a movie.
Yes, he could. He could play one of the Well, there could be like random other
He'd be
boy
Joey
bands that show
Fatone.
up. LFO.
LFO 5. I don't.
No.
No one remembers 5, but I remember 5.
Five.
No,
Yeah, there's one called Five. Fuck you, I
he
know.
played Joey
I had the
Fatone.
CD.
Whoever sings that song about "Here come the year 3000." Busted. That England. It's an England boy band. England
I don't
boy.
know.
Dude, yeah, but you have all these other guys, all these other boy bands coming in to start, to join the fight. But I think it'd be hilarious to do like a battle.
And then New Kids on the Block show up and
Oh yeah. With that had Donnie Wahlberg in it, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking.
he shows up with all his friends. The Rock.
Mark Wahlberg shows
No,
up
look.
as Marky Mark.
No, F it. You're gonna play Dwayne Johnson as Mark Wahlberg's best friend. And you're gonna be
As Mark Wahlberg's best friend. Okay, we could do that. Wait, I feel like they were in something together. Were they?
Yeah, but Pain and Gain.
Pain and Gain. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you could pull off a Chad Kroger.
Who's that?
Chad, lead singer of Nickelback.
Yeah, you could pull off a good Chad Kroger, Nickelback.
Okay. All right.
Nickelback something. I'm
maybe
more of a
Korn.
song.
I know I'd get Korn's blessing because Korn is a big fan, so I feel like I'd get their blessing.
Oh yeah. Like what to do a Korn biopic, like
Korn
Jonathan Davis.
biopic, yeah.
I would fucking watch that, dude.
Jonathan Davis.
I want to do a Hooba Stink biopic just so that the movie could be called Hooba Stink.
That's funny.
This summer,
Hooba Stinks? No, Hooba Stink.
That's funny.
Oh man,
Uh,
these are movies I would watch. I'm not gonna lie.
Obviously, one of the other questions we kept getting asking is, if you were to go to Disney and be in one of these Marvel movies, what is there any character you would play?
You mean one that hasn't been on the screen yet, or like taking the place of? One
One that hasn't been played yet.
Jeez, I don't know my
Or-
comic book guys. They've all been done, Evan. I swear they've done everybody.
It could be like Pumpkinhead.
there's
There's
a-
Pumpkinhead.
Yeah, like the ones they haven't done, you gotta be like a super comic nerd to be like,
Yeah,
oh, well, they haven't
I'm
done
trying to
Moon
think.
Knight yet, and shit like that.
They're about to do Moon
Yeah,
Knight.
shut up. That's the only fucking
You
example.
know what? You know what? They never have done. Is it called the Power Twins? Right? I think that's a DC,
Yeah, but they haven't done that.
They
But
haven't?
No, they
I was
haven't done the Power
oh, that's
Twins.
DC.
which is
Yeah,
weird
yeah, that's
because
DC.
I think the Power Twins are a boy and girl, and growing up, I always thought, "Ooh, we could be the Power Twins," because I'm a twin myself, but I don't have a girl twin. I have an identical twin, so I don't know if you change it or something, but I don't know. Maybe there's something there. Power Twins would be fun.
So yeah, you have like brothers, don't you? You have two brothers?
I have 4 brothers.
4 brothers? Yeah, and what is this Greasy Entertainment? Is that your thing? Is that y'all's
It was, like once upon a time ago. It was kind of a banner that we use, and we still use kind of if we, make something together. But they're all in the industry, but one works. One of my brothers works for like Warner Brothers game company, and so video game. So it's kind of in the industry, but kind of not. And my other brother actually works on most of the Marvel films doing animation.
Oh hell yeah,
That's crazy.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool stuff, man. I guess there's one more movie that's I didn't know if I was going to ask you about the movie or not, but I'm going to go ahead and ask you. I guess you were in a movie. I don't know how big your role is in the film, but Killing Winston something? Killing Winston.
Killing Winston Jones.
Killing Winston
this is
Jones.
such a sad
It was
story.
filmed
Well,
8 years ago. It was filmed 8 years ago, and it's still not out.
Oh, because
No,
the high
that's
dude
what I
is
mean.
when you were talking about?
I don't know yet.
films get shelved, and this is one of those instances. It was an independent film, and it was simply the producers. As far as I know, being an actor, you're not always on the inside of the inside track of the knowing what's going on. But as far as I know, it's all just ego wars and stuff like that.
Really?
Like I think the producer had a different idea about how he wanted it out and wanted the cut. And the director, who was a buddy and who, he made the movie the way he wanted it to, but I think the producer had a disagreement, and it was all an ego power play. And I think the producer just shelved it or just never released it.
So how does
sad
that
when
wait? So
something
how
like that
does that
happens.
work though? they can just shelve it. They don't like the director
They
doesn't
can
have
do anything they want. I mean, granted, you pay all your crew, your actors, pay everybody involved to do it, and ideally, you make your money back by releasing the film,
Yeah,
and hopefully people seeing it. But I don't know, like, why would you even try to release it? Maybe it's because it didn't get the final okay by the director, but try to make some of that money back because we had a great cast. We had a great time making it. I'm totally bummed because I really wanted to see it.
Yeah, no, it's fucking Richard. It's Richard Dreyfuss. How are you gonna cancel
Richard Dreyfuss? Danny Masterson is kind of the lead, but we had Richard Dreyfuss and from oh my gosh, I'm blanking on his name. Danny Glover.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, Danny Glover, Richard Dreyfuss, and it was a great time.
See, it's a shame that happens at all ever.
Yeah, it was funny because
it doesn't. Luckily, it hasn't happened to me a lot, but just knowing that it can, and it's so mind-boggling because you're like, what? So many people put all this work into this film, and you're gonna be like doing this power play and just being a punk and not.
That's what I'm saying. So the
people
director
want to see it. People hear about it.
The director can't release it. The director doesn't have any.
The director doesn't have any legal claim over it. You know what I mean? He doesn't own it. It's not his company.
How does that happen? If I was a director,
I'd be losing my shit.
If I was,
I would like leak it.
I'm like, you're wasting my damn time with this. You wasted my.
Seriously.
That's how I feel. Does that feel that way? Like they kind of wasted your time, even though you were paid for it.
Well, I mean, it's hard. No, you wish you had that. It didn't feel like a waste of time because one, it's experience. Every film you do, I mean, the experience involves so much stuff. You're learning more. You're learning more from just your acting experience, and you're practicing doing that. You meet people that I met the guy who wrote it. We became writing partners and did stuff together. So, and the rest of the cast, really good friends with. So you meet people, you work with. I absolutely don't, and I was paid, so I don't regret it. And I didn't feel like it was a waste of my time. I feel like it was a waste of money.
Yeah,
like their money, not
like
even your
why
money,
would you?
Someone wasted money.
It might have been a waste of time and money for them because I don't know if they learned from it. I don't think the producers have done anything since. I haven't really looked it up, so maybe they have. And maybe they did learn from it. But if they learned from it, then you would think, all right, we have learned. And normally with learning, there's humility, there's change, and you go back and you release and see your wrongs. But the fact that they never, now it's been about 8 years, and I don't know if that's been too long, but we're all good-looking actors. We haven't aged that much. You can release it tomorrow, and it still looks fresh.
Yeah, I get surprised of how long some movie. I think that Eddie Murphy 1,000 Words movie, it took 10 years to release. It was shelved for like 10. Yeah, that 1,000 Words with Eddie Murphy. Did you ever see that?
No, I didn't. Really.
Yeah, it was like 10 years. It took 10 years for them to release it in theaters.
You know what that reminds me of?
And it was like it. Funny enough, it was an okay movie, but it felt like, man, this should have came out. I don't know, 10 years ago.
That recalls I recall you telling me how when Red Dawn came out, like Red Dawn wasn't going to come out at all, but then Chris Hemsworth's population blew up because of Thor, so they released Red Dawn, but Red Dawn almost ended up shelved. Do you recall telling me that?
Yes.
Yeah. And,
and
that's it. And dude, I'm probably the only one. I'm like a huge fan of the 2012 Red Dawn remake. The only one maybe, but I'm so glad that didn't happen.
But you like the first one more, right?
Yeah, so let's talk about something else.
He doesn't like.
I'm a sucker for remakes and reboots. Like I like the first one, but like
he hates old movies.
I don't hate old movies. I hate old action movies.
No,
but they have such a. I mean, granted, the action is dated, but when you have action, when action meets substance, that's what older movies had and the reboots normally don't.
Yeah,
and also the memory, the nostalgia. For me, Red Dawn, as a kid, watching these parachuters come down and shoot up a classroom and kill the teachers, and the idea of you're a kid and now you're surviving, that was like, that sticks with me. You watch the reboot and you don't have any of those feelings.
He is right about that, because I recall seeing that scene and I was just like, I couldn't believe what I was watching. I was like, holy shit, that teacher just got shot up by a soldier. And
Yeah.
I don't know, it was just like when in the reboot, the scene where they have that going on with the planes and the paratroopers, and the plane explodes and it hits the house next to them, and there's a huge explosion and everyone's freaking out. And I'm on the edge of my seat, like, this is fucking awesome. And like, I don't know, Red Dawn did the old one didn't put me on the edge of my seat,
This is the guy that keeps Michael Bay in work.
Almost.
You have now met the audience.
The demographic.
You've met the demographic. This is
Friday the 13th Redux. Yeah.
Oh man, I was just gonna mention how I'm a fan of that movie. Now I feel like I shouldn't.
No, the original's way better.
That's not a good example. But I did like the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street. Like now,
I didn't see that one.
Well, see, like when I look back on the old Freddy movies, like Freddy's just kind of campy and corny, and he makes me laugh more than anything. But like this new Freddy I thought he was creepy as fuck,
All right, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
Jason Voorhees throws away his machete for dual machine guns.
And they're sweeping
I'm not that easily.
helicopter camera shots going around him.
I enjoy a good script and substance and all that. It's just that, I feel so attacked right now.
Oh my god! So
you feel like you're in an action film that you'd like to watch right now,
right? So
and we're shooting you down.
So despite the current climate we're in, I don't like to date podcasts with like, what we're doing right now, because 20 years may be irrelevant. But are you working on anything? Perhaps have you
I am. Let's see. Right now, I'm just in talks for a couple. Just negotiating, like in the negotiating portion of a couple movies that I may be shooting next year, but none of them are set in stone, so I can't say anything yet.
Have you ever turned down a movie you now regret?
No.
No regrets. Have you ever turned down a movie that you're like, oh, okay,
okay. That I turned down? I don't know if I was ever straight up turned down. No, I don't think. There's probably movies I wanted to do, and speaking of Michael Bay, they talked to me way back, right after Napoleon. But it wasn't an offer. It wasn't straight up an offer. It was more of like a lunch meeting, kind of see. Like, it wasn't an audition, but to see if I'd be good for the Sam Witwicky character in the Transformer movie.
Oh my god, that would have been fucking amazing,
man.
But again, it was a sit down meeting. We talked, and
like goddamn Shia LaBeouf.
So you were the breaking point. You were what made Shia LaBeouf go crazy. Like, just think that
it's my fault. I'm sorry, you guys.
Just think, if you would have done Transformers, you'd have a bag over your head in England. I'm not famous anymore.
I mean,
you did that to him.
So that's what broke him. I don't that's what broke him.
The fame of Transformers.
That's what it was. I mean, he wasn't getting. I mean, it was like holes in Transformers. It's like,
yeah.
I don't know what to say. So
and then more holes after that.
Yeah. Hey, man.
God, man, that just fills me with regret. That's all I took from that conversation. Like, that would have been so much better if you were in it. Like, Shia LaBeouf's great, but then he's not you, though.
Yeah, that would have been interesting. That would have definitely been an interesting choice.
It would have been weird. It would
have been so much like, oh man, just the possibilities, dude. Yeah, like, especially if like you brought like a little element of Napoleon Dynamite to it.
No. It was gonna be strict Napoleon Dynamite in Transformers. Like, he's gonna be like, Megan Fox, do you want my tots?
So do you like transform into like a nuclear weapon or something?
Yeah, I once had to dodge a pickup to transfer. No, I don't know. I can't. I'm nothing. I lost it. I thought I had something there. It was gone. But anyways, we've had you on for about an hour, man. We really enjoyed your time. We really enjoyed that you sat down with us. It's fun. It's fun talking to you. It's fun
I'm a
asking you.
huge fan, and like, I got a little giddy when I heard we were interviewing you and shit.
We hope you had fun talking to us, and it wasn't like, Oh, I should have skipped it again today.
No, it's great. Thanks, guys. This is the first real kind of interview doing for Tremors as well, because I was like, I got to start getting on my social media and pushing that. But I'm excited. Like I tell people I don't know how the movie's going to turn out, but I had the time of my life making it, and I will never forget it. It was so much fun. So if it means more of that kind of fun shenanigans, I'm signing up for more, hopefully.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Tremors 8 confirmed. Tremors 8
Confirmed.
confirmed. Napoleon
Right
Dynamite
here,
2 with
leaked.
Nacho Libre confirmed. And Transformers, whatever, Revenge of the Next Gen.
Revenge of the New Sam Wiki.
They can have Shia LaBeouf transform into Jon Heder. He was a transformer the whole time.
That's amazing.
All right, man. Thank you so much. Is there anything that we missed that you would like to plug, shout out, and whatnot before we close this out?
No, that was fun. That was great.
All right.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Been a
man.
pleasure. Goodbyes are always weird.
Yeah, we can say goodbye for like 30 more minutes if you let us.
All right, man. I will catch you later.
All right, have a good one.
All right, bye, man. Andy.
Quit. You shouldn't have drinking it yet. It's at the same time.
Yeah, well, like you did, like you have no idea what this beer is gonna taste like.
No idea.
It's in the name, bro.
Tiger blood.
Actually tastes like a.
Woo! Look at that color.
I know it's so unpure. Like
Whatever. It's a sour. It's Berliner Weiss.
Oh my god! Quit getting sours.
It's a Berliner Weiss.
I'm
Berliner Weiss.
I'm gonna make a complaint on sours this episode.
Berliner Weiss. Today. Hey, I'm Adam.
Are we recording right now?
Yeah.
Are we going?
I'm Adam. I'm Adam.
I'm Keenan. Oh, let me get away.
We are opinions and beer.
I didn't like that. Let me start over. I'm Keenan.
I'm Adam.
I'm Keenan.
Adam.
I don't like any of these.
Opinions and beer.
Keenan.
We just interviewed Napoleon Dynamite. I'm sure you've seen us sipping on that beer right here. This is Tiger's Blood by Struggle Street Brewing Company in Beaumont, Texas. This is a 6% Berliner Weiss brewed on Tiger Blood Snow Cone. That's right. That's watermelon, strawberries, and coconut are the three flavors you're supposed to be tasting when you taste this drink. Light coconut, because I think Tiger Blood is light coconut, strawberry, watermelon. So we're gonna, you've seen us drinking it, but we're gonna drink it here
like
for
we
you.
never drank it before.
Like we never drank it before, and give a review. I hope you enjoyed the interview
Pretend you didn't
with
see us
Jon
drinking
Heder.
that.
Jon Heder was
With
a fun,
Jon Heder.
It was a fun guest,
It was.
or was it?
Shut up.
We assume. We recorded this before. It's all
No.
new.
You don't tell them our secrets.
It's movie magic.
I was thinking the same thing. That's our movie magic.
Look, we're going in and out because we are in the matrix
Just our
of
movie
the beer
magic
world.
is shitty. That's why we're going.
Oh
in and out.
my god! I'm gonna try this beer.
All right, let's try this fucking candy
Oh.
beer.
That's good.
It deserves an umbrella.
This is a candy beer. Snow cone. It tastes like snow cone.
What is that? It's Tiger Blood is the flavor.
Yes.
StruggleTart is the name of the beer.
Tiger Blood struggle tart. What's they call their Berliner Weisses struggle tarts to be Struggle Street. It's unique.
I'm so fucking tired of sour. Haven't you? It's like I swear the last 3 times I was drinking with
This
you.
is the last
it's been
sour.
sours.
Everything. This is the last sour I have. Everything else is either IPAs or Imperial Bourbon Barrel Stouts.
Actual beer flavored beer.
Well,
Wow.
one's German chocolate cake. Anyway.
Oh my god.
But
you are 10
so
ply.
do you taste any of the 3 flavors you're supposed to taste when you drink this?
What are the 3 flavors?
Strawberry, watermelon, coconut.
I taste strawberry and watermelon. Oh, I can smell coconut.
I taste coconut at the back end. But I've had enough coconut beers now that
Oh yeah,
I taste
yeah,
it.
it's there. It's there.
Oh yeah, it's there.
It's there.
I taste the watermelon and strawberry is a little bit of blend for me, but I think I taste more watermelon than I do strawberry. I'm not sure. You just ate a watermelon. What do you taste more?
The strawberry more, actually.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. And also, I just can't get over the fact that this tastes like a goddamn sweet tart.
That's most struggle. Yeah, candy. Most of it tastes like melted alcoholic candy. 6%.
I like a beer flavored beer. It's for
Are you some sort of purist?
Elitist. I prefer the term elitist or a gatekeeper. I will accept gatekeepers.
I like beer flavored beer.
I do, because I'm a man and beer is good.
You know, there's a lot of complaints. Yeah, there's been a lot of complaints about sours. Like, I like beer that tastes like beer, and then
well, like this is for people that it's like they want to drink beer, but they don't.
But those same people hate IPAs, and IPAs
which is like the most beer tasting beer out there.
Yeah,
it's
like the most crafty tasting beer out there.
That's like people are like, I like beer tasting beer, but then like IPA is like, oh, that's too beer tasting beer,
right? So they probably like somewhere in the middle or stouts. Bourbon. You know what they like? Bourbon barrel stouts, and they don't even like beer. They like bourbon.
They just like
they like liquor.
A junk vloggers.
They like liquor but can't afford it.
Yeah. Ain't as good as a Coors Light.
Yeah, right.
Silver bullet.
I don't know, man. Struggle Street. I think Struggle Street delivers with these Berliner Weisses, even though you don't like them. But
it's like I don't not like it.
I think PB&J. Solid that they did. Almost all their beers they do solid.
It's solid in what they're aiming for. It's definitely not what I want in my beer, but
that's
it's solid. Like
you
they're
can tell
hitting the mark.
You can tell that's what they've become known for, and so they're gonna keep pumping out.
What tripped me out,
and
in hindsight, it shouldn't have tripped me out because there's yeast in beer, but it's like peanut butter and jelly sour. That was a sour, right?
Yes.
All right, the peanut butter and jelly sour. You could taste the goddamn bread and the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's like drinking a peanut butter and jelly sandwich all the way to even the bread.
Hell yeah.
You could taste the bread because you could taste, the yeast.
Oh man. We are about to have the interview we just had.
Yeah.
We have like 10 minutes.
Time works differently for us.
You are watching this like this is Tenet. That's what it is. We are the Tenet.
I was thinking more along the line of
I never watched Tenet, but I know the plot.
No, yeah, I was thinking more.
Oh my god, I just seen the plot for Soul.
I'm trying.
It is horrible.
Go ahead, talk.
That's for another another episode, maybe.
I was thinking more along the lines of a Quentin Tarantino movie.
What's your favorite Tremors movie? I never asked you.
That's like one or two.
Yeah,
probably one.
You didn't like 3?
I think that's when they started.
I love. You know what? I love the TV series. That was my favorite. The TV series is probably my favorite for some weird reason.
I've never seen it.
Did you know that the first episode of the TV series is still to this day the #1 viewed sci-fi debut show ever?
We're talking about the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah, Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah,
they had crazy stuff that is big in fans, Stargate stuff and Farscape, all kinds of weird things they did.
The thing about the sci-fi genre, like just because it was big in fans doesn't mean it's great cinematography or it's great cinema.
The first episode, Tremors.
Like you just said the word solid. Sharknado. Like, are you saying that's a good movie?
Gosh!
Yeah.
Your opinions freaking suck.
This is like you gotta hold your pinky out when you drink this one.
It's like sours are kind of like, no, I almost lied to you. Lambics are the wine of beer. Sours are the candy of beer, the candy wine.
I was supposed to say they had like a. It just makes me recall some kind of sweet wine I've had. Some sparkling wine and shit.
I died for a second. Anyways, what do you give this beer? I guess
a 6.
That differs from my rating. I'm glad you gave yours first. My rating. This is a 9 out of 10.
I will never give a sour that high of a number.
Never?
No. I give it above a 5 because it does not taste bad. It just does not taste. Let's talk about something now. It don't taste like a beer. It don't taste like a beer. It don't taste like a beer.
That's just your opinion.
And
that's fine, because all we have here are opinions and beer.
We are a million and billion.